We need to know our own capacity to hold what our kids need us to hold. We need to take an inventory, not in the moment. When a child is drowning, it's not the time to teach them to swim, right? When we're drowning, it's not the time for us to be taught how to swim. So we need to do this before we face a scenario like this. And I know that's hard to do. I know it's hard to process it when you're not in the moment. But we as therapists have to be aware of our own limitations. We have to be aware of our comfort levels. We have to be aware of our personal bents and what we can handle and what we can hold. Because if a child finally reaches a point in the process where they are willing and able to dive into any kind of traumatic or abusive experience through their play, if they get even the slightest whiff that we can't handle it, that we're uncomfortable, that we're anxious, that we're reacting, that we are emotional, if we're doing anything other than the be with attitudes and staying neutral and using the child-centered approach, it will shut down the play and the work, and the child will not revisit that because they don't feel that they're able to. There have been times when kids have played stuff out and I have been physically ill. I mean, I felt like I was going to vomit. I felt so disgusting. But you hold it, not the proverbial vomit. I'm just saying you hold what the child is letting you be a part of. And you have to be able to handle that. You have to be able to stay present. You have to be able to not get in your own head. You have to be able to keep your own emotions in check. Look, if you need to go throw up or cry or hit something or do whatever after the session, look, take your time, self-care, right? Like do what you need to do afterwards. But in that 50-minute therapeutic hour, you sit and you're present and you hold that junk for that kid. And so if there's any chance that you don't feel that you can handle that, you have to do that work before a scenario like this plays out in your room. Because the worst thing that can happen is that child is finally at a place where they're ready to dive in and they get a sense that you can't handle it, so they backpedal and then they stop. That is such a hindrance and such a barrier to the health and healing that needs to take place. So that's our stuff that we have to get out of the way, right?